everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name's Chris Orme and we are here playing more Starters Order 7, jumping back in where we left off. A very confusing season, very confusing barn, and yeah, I'm not entirely sure what I still want to do. We have booked races. But who do we want? Where? How? How do we want to approach this Triple Crown season is still up in the air. So, at the end of the last video, I gave you a few horses to sort of look over and think about with regards to the Triple Crown races. That'd be Deratine, Alexis Dare, and Dersegom. Now, I've decided to book Dersegom in the Gold Cup and Alexis Dare in the Gamely 1x1. I don't really think they're as good as I want them to be. And Deratine hasn't got a run at the moment, and I don't know if I want to put them into the Triple Crown. At this point, I'm kind of locked in with Nonagon Death Row and Dare Party as my two runners. I think they can both run, as I say, the Derby pretty well. I think that Nonagon's probably the better of the two horses, but I think it'll be close. I honestly do think it would be close between them. A mile 4, they probably both kind of stretch there. A mile 1, they stretch there. They're in that 1 mile 2, 1 mile 3 range though. And if it is a question of distance, then that sort of tips over to Nonagon as well. I wouldn't be surprised if their party ran well at 1-2 and then kind of dropped off in the other two races slightly. So, I think if I want to win the Triple Crown all three races, my best shot is running Nonagon Death Roll on its own. I think she's a very good horse. I think that if we look here, only 75% speed, but doesn't look too bad. Looks okay. And when we look at the stats here, you can see there's a lot that we do like. And that 50% distance adaptability, as I say, that might be the key. That might be the key to the Triple Crown right there. And then when I look at their party, more speed, more, a better start. And again, it doesn't really miss anything that Nonagon brings to the table. I mean, apart from a little bit of extra speed, I guess. But even then, it's not that much, It's a tiny bit there. I think it's got better enthusiasm. Looking at my notes, we have similar kind of cruising bursts on the two of them. There really doesn't seem to be any real differences till we get to confidence, where Dare Party's up to 60 and Nonagon, I believe, is a little lower than that. Yeah, down there at about 15. So yeah, I think we're going to run with the two of them. I could probably get away with 4. We've had issues booking 5 and 6 before. And I don't really want to book that many for this race anyway. I don't feel that would be a good idea. So, we got Commandant running in 7 Furlong Churchill Downs Grade 1. And then we have, as I say, Dare Party is booked in for all 3 right now. Nonagon's booked in for all 3. Now, if neither of them do anything in the Derby, then maybe we open up the Preakness to somebody else like Deratine, who'll be on distance. And then see who gains distance, if anybody does, and actually put them in for the Belmont. However, if we do something in this race, it's likely we'll do something in the Preakness. And then, like I say, I think Nonagon's my best shot at the Belmont anyway, just because of that distance and the actual stamina bar right now. As well as that, though, a little bit later on, a Grade 3, 5 Furlong for Angel Adam. Decided on that because, we ran a decent maiden that second time. let's give them a chance to try and get a grade on a 2-year-old. So I think we were spoiled last season with the number of grade 1s we got on 2-year-olds. So let's see if we can get a grade 3 to start with. As I said, Alexa's there in there. And the Gamely 1x1. Chili there in the Shoemaker at a mile. That's going to be a tough prospect. But again, I'm trying to test Chili there to see if we can find a place where it runs well. Descom, Hollywood Gold Cup, as we discussed, and then Derifact in the Asuda Keenan over in Tokyo. Another probably really tough race, actually. So the 2-mile races, they're going to be tough. I mean, yeah, Gamely's not going to be that easy. Hollywood Gold Cup should be a battle, but I'm not sure on the field yet. Hasn't been fully decided. But we are going to open up them with a trip to Churchill Downs, 2 races, 3 horses. Commandant up first. The 7 furlong Churchill Downs. It's a distance that we've run well before. I don't mind the field. I really don't mind the field. There's some grade 1 winners in here. I mean, Glacial Rambler's the absolute beast in the field, but I'm not sure they're that much better than us, if they're better than us. So, yeah. I don't know, I back our horse here. I back our horse. Us and Antonius Caesar, heavily tipped. Antonius will be the favourite, but is lazy. Hidden Keel is lazy. Careful Guelph is sweating badly and agitated. And Crystal Gale seems slightly agitated. We are parading well, very fit, primed to go. So I will take that. Glacial Rambler coping well and fit. I think that's the main issue here. Will be Rambler, Caesar, and ourselves. So yeah, I don't think that's a bad set of circumstances. Like we say, Commandant just seems to run well at 7 furlongs domestically. So hopefully we can continue that here today. We're looking for the 3rd grade 1 win. And yeah, a little bit low enthusiasm. Everything else kind of lines up well for us. So we're going to dive in. We're going to be just below the 130 marker right now. We're going to try and get over that. Off to a decent start there on the rail side. We'll see how this all breaks down as we do go to the front and clear by about 3 to 4 lengths already here now down the back stretch. Interesting to see how things will develop from here, but Glacial Ramblers in touch. Antonius Caesar's down the back, but making a move up on the outside. There they are. Down to the final furlong then. Glacial Rambler back by 4 or 5 lengths. Summer Exhibition currently in third, making some distance up. But Antonius Caesar coming in from deep. A very good run from them. But Commandant just went out early, absolutely dominated. And yeah, just never looked like being beaten. So Antonius Caesar's a very good closer there. That was a lovely run. There wasn't anything really to keep an eye on throughout that race until right at the end where like Antonius was making up some distance. Another half a furlong, maybe they would have got us there. But Glacial Rambler fell off a little bit towards the end. Like I say, they are the best horse kind of in the field normally, but I don't know. They do seem to be falling off slightly. Age is catching up to them. And they are more of a sprinter. They don't like stepping up apparently to 7 furlongs very often. But they did for the 4-go. So, yeah, I'm not entirely sure who was on distance, who wasn't. All I know is we ran well, we won, and that's a good opener for today's racing. And that'll give us a chance here. If we can get round to it. Here we go then. Here we go. Dare Party looks okay. Nonagon looks okay. Okay, first runs for both these horses. The first runs for both these horses. Let's start in the paddock. So you can see your Escudero agitated sweating. Bring on Judge is boiled over already. Dare Party coping well, lean and ready to go there. You can see Marionette is very agitated. Kachira slightly agitated. Lily Xing Shang very calm. Musique Magique is slightly agitated. They're probably one of the other better horses in this field, along with, say, Joe Bacani, who's fit. But we're parading well, lean and ready to go here. So we got a coping well, parading well, both lean and ready to go. Both ready for this. Nonagon, Dare Party get 1 each. Musique Magique gets 2. I mean, that's fair. We haven't ran. Joe Bacani should be up there. They will be top rated. We are pretty low down the order a little bit there. We're actually joint low rated with Dare Party. Nonagon, kind of middle of the field here. On form from last season, I think we're on really good form, but Red Matrix, the grade 2 from the United Arab Emirates, seems to be a really good form horse as well. Nobody else has really dominated this season. Nobody else has won a ton, it looks like. I'm not really sure about these grade 2, grade 3s. They might show up and cause a little bit of a surprise. But honestly, I think we're okay on that front. So yeah, just looking over it, Musique Magique will be up there. We know they run well. They haven't had too many bad runs. Belnemica, again, another decent horse in here. Joe Bacani, I do expect up near the front. I think it's those three. Those three and us two, I expect to be the top 5. Then back to horses like Perennial, maybe Tootling, maybe, some other grade 2s like Lily Xing Shang, or perhaps Layla looks to be a decent runner. Red Matrix might be in that sort of capacity. Yeah, they're moving well. Okay, so 1 foreign horse, a bunch of agitated horses, a couple of laid-back horses, but we're looking good. And now we just got to find out. Now we've just got to find out. The 1 mile, 2 furlong Kentucky Derby, grade 1 for 3 rows upon the dirt track here. The race for the roses. We are back once again at Churchill Downs. Running today, Dare Party and Nonagon Death Row. And they're off. They're out of the gates. On that rail side is Nonagon Death Roll, off to a decent start. And then slightly into the field in the purplish pink cap. Now towards the rear is Dare Party. So Nonagon up near the front runners here. Red Matrix, Layla, Perennial, good runners there. We've got a Scuderio next to us and Perennial. Now on our outside, we're drifting back into the pack a little here, down the back stretch. Dare Party making little moves as well now. We've got 2 horses almost side by side. What a wide turn for Dare Party. But they're going to be up and running for this one. Final 2 furlongs down towards the 1.5. Dare Party looks like they're going to be blocked off here. Nonagon's got a free run, clear air to run into. I believe that's the leader, the Prima there, blocking off Dare Party, who now finally gets a clear run. They're going to be up into second place, past Red Matrix, but it is Nonagon Death Roll who takes this one. It is Nonagon Death Roll, but I really do think, and you may or may not agree with me here, but if Dare Party wasn't blocked off for 2 furlongs straight on the outside, I think Dare Party might have taken that. I'm a little surprised, but I think Dare Party would have done well there. So, Musique Magique, the Prima, Tootling, Perennial, Bellinemica, Red Matrix. I mean, no real surprises there, apart from really the Prima, who ran well. Really did run well. Led for a long time. Did what they needed to do. So, fair play to them. That was a nice run. But they didn't have the pace in the end. They fell off. Maybe they'd be better, actually, over a mile 1. So the Preakness could suit the Prima a little bit more. Possibly suits Musique Magique a little bit more. Not sure about Red Matrix either. But it does look like Matrix is booked in for the whole thing. Musique is booked in, but not for the Belmont. The Prima's going for the triple. Tootling's actually not going for the Preakness. Obviously, they think they like more distance, so they're going for the Belmont after this. Perennial goes for the Preakness, and then back down to a mile, and Belnemica only ran this one into the Gamely. So we'll be seeing these horses again, but maybe not all of them in the Triple Crown races. And yeah, Joe Bacani just didn't run well, fell off, couldn't get into the race. So 1 3/4 lengths for Nonagon. Like I say, Dare Party would have made a very interesting race there. Towards the end, if they weren't blocked off. That's the problem with going towards the back. That is the problem with going towards the back. But yeah, 2 very good horses running really, really well there. Collecting, 2.49 million in prize money for first and second. And yeah, that definitely means we're going to run the Preakness with both. And we're probably going to run the Belmont with both. I'm confident with Nonagon getting the distance. I don't know about Dare Party. And the other thing to note is I'm keeping jockeys the same. So Nonagon's being ridden by Toledo. And we got Valdivia, who is running Dare Party in all 3 races. So hopefully that will make a little bit of consistency and help out a little bit. So, yeah, okay, Nonagon. Nonagon gets a 115. It's the second grade 2. We were maxed out in terms of ability potential anyway. So Dare Party moves up 9 points to a 114. Doesn't get the grade 1 win, sadly. But does move up to 80, so they're both on 80 ability now. So Dare Party has caught up and has room to grow and could turn into the better horse overall. Which, yeah, I'm not sure if they are or not, really. But they're so close. They really are so close. So Dare Party's got an extra little bit of potential. 85. A ton more confidence. Nonagon's got a touch more. I believe it's like 55 to almost 60 here. But very close in cruising burst. 80 to 85 extra speed with Nonagon taking that. And Nonagon does deteriorate. I believe that Dare Party's down at 30 if my notes are correct. So that might last a little longer and keep the male horse out for longer. Which suits the way we do it normally. You know, the guys run the 4-year-old races. The fillies don't. They go into the breeding barn anyway, so I'm not worried there. That does suit. Enthusiasm is 50 for Nonagon, 60 for Dare Party, and they both have full bars here. And then again, the ability to adapt to the ground and the distance kind of favors Nonagon as well. So, very, very close between the two of them. Very, very close indeed. But yeah, I'm delighted. I'm absolutely delighted that we won. I'm delighted we got 1-2. But like I say, I just think that Dare Party might have had a much better run if they weren't blocked off. There's nothing else I can say about that. I just believe that they were really hampered there. So, okay. But then again, Nonagon was my favourite to take all 3 races. Slight edge over Dare Party, I thought, at the Kentucky Derby. I thought that distance was just kind of the best for both. And then when you would factor in that, that little bit of adaptability that Dare Party has, I don't know how well they adapt to a mile 1 or a mile 4. Nonagon has that half bar adaptability, probably can adapt better there. So out of the two, I would prefer Nonagon to have won it, and we did. So it doesn't really matter how it happened. We got the 1-2, Nonagon won, and that does line up quite nicely, in my opinion, for our best shot at the Triple Crown. Would have been interesting to run more horses. Derritine, Lexus Dead, Desagon. I think they could have done very well there. Possibly in the Preakness as well. Possibly. So I think there could have been some extra fun and games. We've been able to run 5 or 6 horses. We might have had the top 5 or 6 in the race. But yeah, we don't really like to do that. Looks like here, Beggar's Opera and Celtas look a little calm / lazy. Filly Formidable is keen and agitated. We're parading well. So we're the only one that's not really acting up in some way in the paddock. We will be there with Celtas as favourites and as tipped horses. We're the only ones to have run twice. We're the only ones with a rating. I think we just go for this. 5 Furlong Grade 3. We've got the outside draw. Not that it really makes any difference when there's only 4 horses in the race. And we will go round the outside then, leading round this first turn. No need to even be wide, even if you are the outside horse. Celtas there alongside us. Beggar's Opera now moving up alongside us as Celtas takes the lead. Final Furlong, Filly Formidable towards the rear. Here goes Beggar Opera with a good run. Looks like Angel Adam now coming through with a bit of pace. A little bit too late and not sustained enough. Good enough only for 3rd place out of 4. Yeah, we didn't have the best run. We didn't have the cleanest run, it seems. Yeah. Not exactly the best run in any way, shape, or form. I was expecting more. I really was. Moves up to an 85. And I believe we were at, 70, and we're sticking pretty much at 70. So no real gain there. 1 rating point's the only difference. Ooh. Yeah, that kind of sucks, you know. That does kind of suck. Almost $4,000 in prize money. Again, doesn't really do much. Yeah, I'm still waiting to see a 2-year-old that really stands out here. Like, really stands out. Bailey's Dead did win by a big margin. And I think the next, grade 3 or any graded race at 6 furlongs, Bailey's is going to be our entry. That's 100% going to be our entry. But yeah, already fully developed. A little low again, confidence. Probably going to be a little bit of a short order horse. 6 to 7 furlongs, I think, is the end range for Bailey. So, yeah. It's already a 97 rated horse. It's a big winning margin, and it's the only one that's shown something impressive to me so far. I mean, then again, Adam Storm did win while being boiled over by 3 lengths. Possibly running green. Definitely ran green in the first race, but she doesn't look like a great runner right now either, so yeah. Whatever will be with them. We'll just keep an eye out and see what happens, but save the game then and head on towards the Preakness. Race 2 of the Triple Crown. And let's see what happens. And again, I do think Nonagon's got the slight edge. It's coming off the back of that Derby win. It's got that adaptability to get down to 1 mile 1. The rest of the field then, Perennial, Bring on the Judge back again with Musique Magique and How's Business. The Prima and Red Matrix both ran fairly well. So expect them to do similar. And then Dusty Spirit and Flying Cross there. Far from being low rated, their party's moved up now to a 114. That's just 2 points under the lead. And Nonagon joins House Business a point above that at 115, with Red Matrix, Perennial, and Musique Magique as your sort of joint leaders in terms of rating. Tipsters, Nonagon with 2, Dare Party with 1, Musique Magique. So, same as the first, apart from one that backed Musique Magique has now switched to a Nonagon backing there. Perennial's keen, Flying Cross slightly agitated, House Business slightly agitated, the Prima a little lazy, the rest look okay. Both Dare Party and Nonagon are coping well and fit. Red Matrix and Musique Magique possibly the 2 closest runners here, as well as in the derby, both moving well and fit. I think there's no point to overanalyze this. We've just seen these guys run, or these guys and gals run. We're going to go again right on the outside. It's Nonagon Death Roll. Inside slightly in that purple cap once again is Dare Party. They're going to go towards the rear. Nonagon sticks a little further forward here on the outside. Red Matrix leads the field with House Business bring on the judge against the rail. Perennial in the green just ahead of the red silked Musique Magique on the outside there. The Prima and ourselves with Dare Party on the outside, making up some room, trying to join this collective. Dusty Spirit, Flying Cross seem out of it at this point. Coming down now, the final 2 furlongs. Nonagon Death Roll roam the outside of the Prima. Getting up in a second place, chasing down Red Matrix. Perennial making a good run there. And on the outside, Dare Party starting to chew through the turf. Or dirt, as it is. Bring on the judge, Musique Magique, not in this one. Nonagon's going to take this, distancing out from Red Matrix. Dare Party only gets 3rd place. Can't make the distance as we expected. A good run from both horses. I'm fairly happy with both of those. And yeah, I think we'll gain a mile 3 with Dare Party. So, I think this is too short a distance. I think the Belmont's a touch too far, but we've earned the right, I think, with Dare Party to run it. So, we'll gain a little bit of rating with Dare Party again, moving up to a 118. But still, no Grade 1 wins in either of those Triple Crown races. Red Matrix with a good run. Really, really well run. But Nonagon moves up to a 120 rated. Gets the 3rd Grade 1 of her young career. Was already maxed out, of course. And yeah. Kind of went how I thought that one would. The Prima didn't run as well as I thought that they would, really. I thought she'd have a better run than that. And yeah, Perennial, I mean, I expected more from Perennial over the Triple Crown races, but doesn't really seem to be in the best of forms. Okay, yeah, struggle for pace. Ridden us close up, and we were ridden in pack, so yeah. They're both just being ridden how they want to be. But as expected, Nonagon is better for the entire Triple Crown. And we will get to that one. That final race, the Belmont, in this video, at the end of this video. It's not bad though from Dare Party. 2nd and 3rd. Which would be a 1st and 2nd without Nonagon. And I think I'd expect the same or similar from Deratine, Alexis Dare, Desagon. I'd expect like a 1st and 2nd, possibly in the Preakness getting the win, not the Derby perhaps. Depending on the horse actually, 1 or 2 of them might run better in one than the other. But I think those 3 would be very similar to Dare Party there. But they wouldn't be able to run the Belmont, which Dare Party I think has a better shot than them at. But of course, Nonagon is the one with the distance to do so. But we're on for a Triple Crown. We are on for a Triple Crown. We can't have made the wrong decision when we've won 2 out of 2 races. So, there is that. Santa Anita. Okay, I thought I double booked then. I thought these were at different tracks. I thought Alexa Dare and Dare Sagon were at different tracks. But they're both at Santa Anita, so little brain fart there. Wow. But yeah, up first is Alexa's Dare, up against some good runners here. Good runners. Bella Nemica comes in from the Kentucky Derby field as the other 3-year-old in this race. Medea, Promelady, Dispol Kylie, good runners as well. That's probably a top 5. Shalos could be in there as well, but I don't know, I've never been impressed with them. I should be. They run really well. It does look here that Flaxen Pride and Lucy Limelights are agitated. Dispol Kylie's agitated. Champagne Valley is very badly agitated. Shalos is lazy. We're very calm. Shalos and ourselves. Yeah, I always overlook Shalos, and I don't know why. I guess they'll be up near the front, but I always think the Prom Lady, Medea, Dispol Kylie should be ahead of them. And perhaps I'm too high on Bella Nemica. We'll see how they run as well. But the game here, Santa Anita, Grade 1, 3-year-olds and above on turf, over 1 mile, 1 furlong. A little late out the gate. Medea with a great start. We alongside them, not quite as quick. Shalos and Prom Lady towards the front. Flaxen Pride on the inside. Champagne Valley on the outside. Dispol Kylie not leading out the field, actually just stalking in behind. We got Westlife, Pearl Quest, Bella Nemica in there. Then back to ourselves. Lucy Limelights and Medea on the outside. And there goes Medea now starting to make up some room. We find way through the pack. Final 2 furlongs then. Everybody's pretty much got clear air in front of them to run. Shalos is the horse to catch. Bella Nemica up in second place. Final furlong. Does Alexa's Dare have what it takes here? It doesn't look like the pace is coming through strong enough to maybe catch Bella Nemica. I said perhaps I was too high on them. I wasn't. They come in second place. Alexa does get up. Medea on a good run on the outside there comes in third. Shalos falls to fourth. Promelady, then Dispol Kylie. All the horses I backed apart from Shalos finished up high. And yeah, we were a little low on Shalos, but like, I don't know, Bella Nemica I like, almost did big things there, and I think a mile 1 really does suit. So I was pretty much right in my assumptions that they'd be more of a force than Shalos. But Dispol Kylie didn't go to the front. I mean, that's one of the first times I've ever seen her not lead and sort of drift towards the back. But, okay, Alexa's Dare. What was that? Half a length ahead of short head. It's not exactly a great dominating performance, but 123 rating, that's up 3 points. That is our 5th Grade 1 win. And we move up to 80 ability. So 80 ability is where we want to be. Alexa's Dare already got the 5 Grade 1 wins. That's 2 more than Nonagon, who's running the Belmont to try and get number 4. Could seal the Triple Crown and still be 1 Grade 1 behind Alexa's Dare, who ran really well as a 2-year-old. But yeah, they do seem to be a very, very good mile 1 horse. They really do seem to be that way. Chili Dare, not Chili Bear. Also looks a little lazy here. Looks like we got Menina and Crystal Gale sweating up a bit. Kitinga is your favorite. They will be tipped. And yeah, I think this is about right. I think Menina will be my favorite. They're ahead of us in the betting as well. Kitinga, I'm not really sure too much on. Katie Stupta's in here as well, that I'm not exactly thrilled with. That makes it a touch more difficult of a field. Joe Bacani, Cade Post, some decent horses. At the moment, we're at the rear of the field. We got Kate Stuter alongside Kate Tinga, now moving up on Menina, who will lead us out. Cade Post and ourselves. Then on the inside, Careful Guelph. And then we got Joe Bacani as well in the yellow cap. It would not unpause. It would not slow down for me. And it looks like there's, like, the entire field crosses the line within a length of each other, with Crystal Gale at the end. I knew these were going to be really tough. I knew for a fact that these miles were going to be obscenely tough. And so it is. 5th place, but only 1.2 lengths back on Katie's Tutor. She gets up. She finally wins her second Grade 1. Kate Tinga did run well. Menina only just headed us out. Careful Guelph as well. A decent run for them. Cade Post just behind us. And Joe Bacani as well. So, yeah, between 1st and 7th, 1.6 lengths. Unbelievable. Unbelievable stuff. Crystal Gale towards the back of the field didn't run well at all. I don't think we did. I really don't think we did at all there. 119, I mean, that's fine. We were, 75? Yeah, just below 75. We didn't gain anything for that run at all. And we got another mile to run, which is coming up. I believe that might be Darafax. And I think that's going to be an obscenely difficult run as well. I think so. I think that's at the beginning of June, if I'm correct. 1 mile, 2 furlong now, though, for Desagon. Another one that could have run the Kentucky Derby, for sure. Returning out like magic, Okidori Squadron, very good horses. Don't really know Blaze Ahead, Viz, or Only Vintage. Can't really recall them running well in a Grade 1. Or Genki. I can't remember some of these running at all. Viz, I know we've seen in races. The other 3, not so much. So I'd expect the Grade 1 winners to run well. I think we're the form horse. I think we're one of the best horse, but we're young. Is this too early in the season? Is May further along enough to where, we've matured to where we can run against older horses well? We're 1 from 1. We won the Santa Anita Derby. Beat Joe Bacani by about a length. I'm not sure that's going to really matter much. Squadron's old. Looks like they're falling off. The others are hit and miss. And I don't know. I really don't know. Tipsters say Okidori, ourselves, and Blaze Ahead. I get that. Yeah, okay. Viz is slightly agitated. Okidori, Magic are agitated. We're parading well. Again, I think that we have a good shot. It might not be a great shot, but I think we have a good shot here. So, we're in the middle of the pack here. To come out of the gates fairly well there. A strong start, I feel. And we're going to move up towards the front and just hold back a little now. Returning on V's up front. We've got Squadron and Genki with us. We're going to drop back alongside, though. Only Vintage and Okidori. Blaze Ahead against the rail. And Out Like Magic is kind of a little bit distanced there for a second at the rear. Got a lot of work to do. A strong move up the field then by us on the back stretch. Ready for this turn. Just edging out the head. Looks like we're going early. We're actually going to go on the bend. Or even just before the start of the bend. About 3 furlongs from home. We're down to 1.5 now. Squadron is there with us still. We haven't opened up a gap. Was that too early? Was that too much work from, say, 5 furlongs down to 4 to catch up and then going really early on the turn? Squadron just about a quarter length ahead of us. We're going to fight back, though. The final third of a furlong, driving it home. Desagon with an impressive win. A good move up, as I say, about 4.5 furlongs. Getting in before that turn on the back stretch. Get up into position and then start leading round the turn. Go a little early. Gain a tiny bit of distance. get caught on the final half of Furlong, and then 0.3 from home, put down the foot, get things going, and just drive on through the line. 2 lengths from being behind to 2-length win in a third of a furlong. That is an obscene finish. An absolute obscene finish. It does make me think now, what would Der Sagon have done? What would Der Sagon have been able to do in the Kentucky Derby? But we don't need to worry about that. That's their third Grade 1 win. 3 in a row now. Up to a 118 rating. They were 75. They are now up to 80. Not 50, as I accidentally typed into my notes. Quite a big difference there, but a good run. A really, really good run. I'm very, very pleased with that. I think that's it for the day. But I know when I have multiples, I sometimes skip through. So, okay. And yeah, Derifax will be running another mile, Grade 1, just here at the start of June. Head to Tokyo. I believe this is the Yasuda Kinen. 1 mile. It is indeed the Yasuda Kinen. Favorite, Ricardona, 100%. Good field. Good field. Ricardona, Lady Burgundy, perennial, bring on the judge, tutor. Power shoes, haven't really seen too much from lately. Egyptian Lord, don't know that well. But the domestic grade ones, then you got Country Project and Pick a Nice Name as the graded domestics, which sometimes are a force in these kinds of races. So, yeah. I don't know, we've only had one run. We ran decently well. I do feel this is a very, very difficult race. And yeah, we are tipped. We're tipped by Kate and Breda, television host. Everybody else goes for Ricardona, as they probably should. Power Shoes is agitated. Ricardona is very calm. That might play into our favour slightly. Derifax coping well, lean and ready to go, in which case we're going to dive in here then. The penultimate race for this video, the 1 mile Yasuda Kinen. This should be Ricardona's race. Derifax, I believe, should be up there amongst the front runners. It's a good start from ourselves and from Ricardona. We both move back into the main pack, leaving Country Project and Night Legend to start us off here. Back to Pick a Nice Name and then Tutor on the inside. Ricardona making a move up now on the inside. It's a large field ahead of us. Are we going to get blocked off here? We might do indeed. It's 2 furlongs from home now. Ricardona now clear and running at the front. We still have some moves to make here. Does Derifax have the pace? The final furlong, we're 6 abreast here, fighting for second place. Ricardona's got this one in the bag right now. Egyptian Lord running really, really well. Country Project, decent run from them. We take second. Kind of figured we'd be there somewhere. Thereabouts. But yeah, Country Project, one of the ungraded domestics, ran really well. Egyptian Lord, one of the grade 1s, ran really well. We were very, very close to those two. We did push out ahead of the Americans, which is always a good sign for us for domestic races. We were 3 lengths back behind Ricardona. I don't really mind that too much because I know how good that horse is. 16 Group 1 wins. It doesn't lose very often. It doesn't lose very often at all. Certainly not at a mile. When it steps up in distance sometimes, it can struggle a little bit more. But one of my favourite sort of game-bred runners right now, Ricardona. But I do believe also is past her peak, so I would expect her to go into the breeding barn soon, which means that we could breed from her. And now I wish I kept Saffron Fang. There was a comment about keeping Saffron Fang on a low fee to breed from with the rest of the game breds, so that you improve the basic the horses that are in the game. Ricardona and Saffron Fang would have been a fantastic pairing. My only issue with that is, do we ever get a chance to purchase that foal? Unlikely. So we're increasing the difficulty of the game by increasing the ability of the horses that the AI has to run. And that's not a bad thing. And it does mean that the breeding stock also improves for the game breds, and that feeds back to the horses we do get to either breed from or actually get to purchase at auction. I do think I would have liked to have seen what that foal would have been. But Derefax, I think, a good run. As I say, not a great run. 114 jumps to a 122. We were 75. We should jump. We don't. We stick on 75 ability there. A little bit of a shame. But yeah, the two races I thought we'd struggle on in this one would be the Miles and Angel Adams race. Angel Adam didn't run great. And then the 2 miles, I felt we kind of run well with Derefax. Not really so much here. But again, nearly just a length back. It was a close finish. But yeah, we did struggle with the 2 I expected. So, okay. It only really leaves one race, 2 horses, and a chance to join an esteemed collective, put your name in history. Dare Party, 2nd in the Derby, 3rd in the Preakness. If they won the Belmont, that's a 1st, 2nd, and 3rd in the Triple Crown races. My actual hope is 2nd place. Even though I do feel it's a better horse than Nonagon, the adaptability, I think, plays into it. And that's why I give Nonagon the advantage going into the Preakness and the Belmont. In the Derby, I think Dare Party might win. I think they're the better horse, and I think Mile 2 is kind of the high point for both of them. That's where they like to run. Maybe a Mile 3 as well, depending. But I'd probably give Dare Party a Mile 2 advantage. But they were blocked off, and Nonagon took advantage of that, won the first leg, and then, as they should have, in my opinion, won the second leg, and now I will put as favourite and my hope to win the third. So, very tight between the two of them. I'm also wondering what they might look like being bred together as well. If we can get some of the good parts in Nonagon, but get that confidence up, get that confidence, that tiny increase in potential that Dare Party actually holds, that could be a very, very fine colt or filly that we get out of that pairing. So, who knows? Maybe. But we're going for the Belmont then. Heading over to Belmont Park. The third of the 3 Triple Crown races, and a chance, as I say, for Nonagon to seal the deal and join some fantastic horses, some fantastic Triple Crown runners and winners that we've had. And here we go. British Pearl won this last time by 5 lengths. It's a race that we're normally not confident in because I don't normally think we have distance, but now and again we have raised our game to get that distance. A good field. Nonagon does seem a little laid back for this, which is going to be a bit of a concern for me. Let's say House Business and Tootling are in your Red Matrix comes back again. Escudero de Prima. So the grade 1s and grade 2s are solid. Flying Cross, Flossie, Mandama and Crystalus I'm not too worried over. They might be a Mile 4 specialist. That might play into it. We're top rated and joint second rated respectively. We're the form horses. And as I say, Nonagon should win. They will get tipped. They will be bookies' favourite. Crystal is sweating bad and agitated. Shanagari is keen and slightly agitated. We've got Da Prima and Nonagon Death Row looking very calm and fit. Red Matrix looking well and fit. Their party, though, coping well, lean, ready to go. I don't think they have the distance. They might have distance over the rest of the field, and their quality might beat out the field. But quality and the adaptability of Nonagon might be a big factor, as we've discussed previously. So we're going to jump into this one then. A chance for the Triple Crown. Nonagon comes up very calm, which does worry me slightly. They're away well, though, and just inside them, it's a poor start for a Dare party. Nonagon will go towards the front of the field. Escudero coming through. Red Matrix and Ho's Business just on the outside of Nonagon with Tootling. Then Da Prima back to Dare party. The rest of the field not really of consequence as of yet. Perhaps a closer comes in and ruins our race. Nonagon a little bit further back than I'd like to see, and that is possibly due to the calm nature. Chance to be blocked against the rail. We move on the outside of Ho's Business, and now we get a clean bend to run. Not going wide. Their party is, though. They have to. Down now to the final 2 furlongs. Looks like Flying Cross coming out the outside with a decent move already. 1.5 from home. Nonagon just edges out into the lead past Escudero. We got Da Prima and now Dare Party coming up in the 3rd place. Ho's Business, Tootling, Flying Cross off screen almost. Not being a factor right now. 1/2 furlong from home. 0.3, 0.2, 0.1. Triple Crown. Nonagon Death Roll. Unsurprising. Glad that very calm nature did not count in the negative column today. Romped home here. The pale grey superstar, Nonagon Death Roll. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And I'm sure there's someone out there watching these videos right now who is very, very happy to see that result. Dare Party missed the break. I don't think would have caught Nonagon over that mile 4. But 2nd in the Derby, 3rd in the Preakness, beaten only by the foreign horse who, to be fair, ran really well themselves. Red Matrix. We look here. A 3rd and 2nd. Didn't have distance. Always seemed to be a shorter distance horse. So not really going to judge him on the Belmont. But a 3rd and a 2nd in the 2 shorter races. So Dare Party there. 2nd, 3rd, 2nd. Very respectable. And another time could have easily won the Triple Crown themselves, I feel. Daratine, Lexus Dare, Desagon probably could have won 1 or 2 of the 3 as well. But we went with these 2. I thought these 2 had the best chances. 4 3/4, let's say 2 for the missed break. We're still 2.5 to 3 lengths back. Nonagon with a big, big win. And the latest addition to our long list now of Triple Crown winning horses. Unbelievable. What do you think of that, Phil? She came good. She came good. She was always lined up to possibly run the Triple Crown if she had the distance. She had the distance early. I think she was the only 2-year-old to gain up to 55 stamina for that 1 mile 1 kind of range, which at least puts her on target for the Preakness. We did gain the extra part. I felt comfortable. Preakness, Derby, and with that adaptability as well. It came out big. It came out strong. It ran really well. Like, their party's up to a 121. Did we gain the other 5%? We didn't. That's a shame. But yeah, Nonagon, 4 extra points, 124. That's the 4th Grade 1 win in a row. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. So, the win's a maiden. 2nd in a Grade 3 over 5 furlongs, which aren't easy to actually to win early on in a 2-year-old career. 2nd place then, Alcibiades, 1 mile, 110-yard race behind Tootling, just short-headed out. That could have been the first grade one of her young career. Follows up with the Breeders' Cup Juvenile over Tootling there. Good battle between them. Kentucky Derby, Tootling down the order, beats out Dare Party and Red Matrix. Solid run. In the Preakness, beats out Red Matrix, then Dare Party. Tootling wasn't in this one. Good win. And then the first one with some distance, 4 3/4 lengths, and Dare Party missing the break, but still 3 lengths ahead of Escudero. Tootling down into 4th. So when you look at it that way, it's a very, very good start to a career. And possibly as good as Saffron Fang? I don't know about that. I don't know about that right now. But she could have a similar type of career. I think it's a very impressive start. So thanks to Phil for the breeding stock from Nonagon Infinity and Evil Death Roll, I believe. So I'm interested to see what your combination produces. There's a Triple Crown on the table on my end from Nonagon Death Roll. And that's where we're going to leave it, on the back of that climactic race. 5 million almost in prize money. 5 wins out of 7. We would be over 5 million with that. With those 2 races if we'd have won something. But yeah, I'm pleased with Dare Party. Desagon came through and won. Deratine's possibly going to run well. Pendle Dare Condor I don't know about at this stage. Chili Dare as well. The 3 that didn't win grade 1s as 2-year-olds haven't really started their 3-year-old careers that well either. So it might be good for us to shorten the number of 3-year-olds and get rid of those. Focus on the good horses. Dare Storm, again, not really done much. Perhaps a breeding ban candidate. Derifax, unfortunate in 2 foreign races. Alexis Dare steps up and wins a good race. And Commandant, so far so good, and hopefully we can pick up a few more wins with them as well. And the 2-year-olds, who knows? But thank you very much for watching. Leave a comment, subscribe, hit that like button while you're there. All those things, I can't understate or overstate how important those are to help grow the channel. So please take a little time to do that if you're still watching at this point. I really appreciate the support. And what a wild ride we've been having. I'm really glad that Nonagon won the Derby, because I think I run that 10 times. She probably only wins it twice. Dare Party probably takes the other 8. But she won it this time. And she goes on to collect the Triple Crown. Absolutely outstanding stuff. Brilliant to see. And yeah, I'm very, very happy. As you might be able to tell, I love this Triple Crown. I love winning the Triple Crown. I cannot hide it. But yeah, I wish you all the luck in your saves as well. Join the Discord, link in the description if you're having trouble. You know, any questions you got, hit them. You know, hit me up in the description. Say on the Discord link, you can join there. Ask me and a bunch of others questions on that Discord. Very helpful community. Or you can just chuck it into the comment section down below and I will respond as soon as I see it. I keep an eye on that and respond as quick as I can. So, till next time, thank you very much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. I'm having a ball. I hope you are too. See you back here soon for the next one. Till then, take care, behave, be safe, and all the luck in your Triple Crown runs.